Boys, what's up? And today we have another tier list video. And today in our tier list video, we are going to be ranking the best PVE cookies there are to offer right now in the game. So guys, stick around for the video. Watch the PvP tier list if you haven't already, of course, after you've watched this video. Also, if you guys want to join on the fun, check us out on twitch.tv/you2can'tsee me. Why not? We're copium, we're stupid, and we're down to try new things. Anyways, guys, let's hop right into the video here. Alright, guys, starting off with number 1 on our list here, Almond Cookie. I think I would slot Almond at a B tier. Definitely not the best, definitely not the worst. Can be paired up with Rye to make a really strong Rayman combo up to like maybe stage 12. Past that, I don't know how well he works, but I know up until at least stage 12, the Rayman combo does work pretty nicely. So I'll throw Almond at a B tier there. Yo, Chili Pepper, I think Chili Pepper is an obvious level up now. Actually, no, just don't even bother with Chili Pepper. Honestly, if you could delete a cookie, that's the only one I would delete in the game. Let's move on to, you know, someone that could be good. Alright, guys, Cream Puff. Cream Puff is not very good for PVE as far as story mode, and not very good for Guild Boss, not very good for Master mode, but can be viable for a team in Alliance mode. So for that reason, we'll throw a Cream Puff at a D because it is still kind of usable in one game mode. But other than that, not really. Dark Choco Cookie. Now, Dark Choco, I would say would be more viable before this guild update. But as of right now, I would say that Dark Choco is probably a B tier. Dark Choco can be used in Guild Boss against Dragon, and can also be used in story against certain bosses, and can help you get through those bosses. But as far as like any other like main story mission, also not very good for Master mode either. And for that, we're gonna throw him in at a B tier here. Dark Choco is emo. That's all I need to say. What about Dark Choco being emo? Alright, guys, Raisin Cookie. Raisin Cookie can be good for the boss fight against Raspberry because of the dodge. But other than that, Raisin's just kind of mid. For that, we're gonna throw Raisin at a C tier. There are more options to use, but if you don't have any other options for DPS, then Raisin's a good choice. But there are much better DPS options than Raisin. So for that reason, we're gonna throw him at a C tier. Also, Raisin doesn't have any extra effects as well on top of his ability, so that also knocks him down a few tiers from other cookies. Alright, guys, Espresso. I think Espresso is a good option if you don't have Seaferry for story mode at level 50. You have to make sure he's level 50. Below level 50, I would say Espresso is probably a D tier, but with Espresso how he is now with Candy, I would say for sure an A tier. His Candy helps out a lot and provides a lot of support and damage because he stuns and can remove max HP from enemies, which is really good. Also grouping them all together, which just makes him a more viable option than Seaferry in story if you have level 50 already. I would say before level 50, Seaferry is definitely better, but after level 50, he is definitely better. You know who fell off the worst? You know who fell off really bad? Fucking Seaferry, dude. Alright, guys. Fig Cookie. Fig Cookie, just don't even bother leveling Fig Cookie up. I'll put that at the top of the don't bother, because hopefully Fig will get a candy one day. I love Fig, and I think you guys should love Fig too. But regardless of that, doesn't have a candy. Dog shit unit. Don't level up Fig. Down there. Keep him down there. Alright, guys. Now, let's talk about my boy Herb. Herb is a story to tell, right? Herb can be used pretty well in PvP. Now, as for story mode, there are a lot more better options for healing in story mode and do better things for you. So for that reason, we're going to throw Herb in the D tier because Herb is not really used in story mode. Alright, guys, Holly Berry. Holly Berry, we're going to go ahead and throw Holly Berry in the, probably the C tier here next to my boy Raisin. If you have Holly but no other tanks, Holly can be used for sure. Nothing to look down upon there, but there are a lot better tanks and frontline units now that just kind of just blow Holly out of the water. If you have a Wild Berry, just use Wild Berry instead. Anyways, Latte Cookie. Y'all gonna throw Latte in the D tier here. I just don't think Latte is very viable for the story mode. Latte can help with silences, also do some damage, but other than outside of that, it's not really that good for anything other than just some story progression. Not really good for Guild Boss or anything else. Licorice Cookie. I'm going to throw Licorice in at B tier, actually, because you can use Licorice in Guild Boss. You can use Licorice in Master mode as well, and Story mode. Definitely not the best option to have on your team, but definitely viable. So we'll throw Licorice at a B tier here just because he can be somewhat viable in almost every mode of the game. So yeah, we'll throw a bit of B tier. Alright guys, Lilac. I just don't think Lilac's very reasonable to use for story or really anything in the game right now. So Lilac goes into an easy F tier for me. Now, Mala Sauce. Mala Sauce, I don't recommend using for story. I don't recommend using for mostly anything. But I did see a cracked-ass T-Knight team on the Avatar boss, which makes me want to put Mala up here in the C tier just for that. If you can build that team to what I saw, you can hit huge damage with T-Knight. But yeah, guys, we're going to throw Mala here at C tier for now. I think that's where she belongs. Still haven't got any S tier units yet. Maybe we'll get there one day. Mango Cookie. Mango Cookie. Mango goes to F because you can't use them anywhere. Milk Cookie. Milk with candy is maybe a D tier. I don't know really where you would use milk at. You can't really use them for guild boss. You could maybe use them in story mode. You could maybe use them in master mode. But I just don't think milk's very viable for PVE content that much. Mint Choco Chip F tier. Don't even, honestly, guys, not very good. Moon Rabbit. I'll also throw Moon Rabbit at F tier. Moon Rabbit's not that good for anything really. Parfait though, I think I'll throw Parfait in an A tier. Actually, you know what? I'll throw Parfait in an S tier. Honestly, guys, you know what? Fuck that. We're throwing Parfait in the level up now. Parfait is very useful. Throwing Parfait at the very top. I think Parfait is a great unit to use in just about anything. She can be viable in guild boss, really good for just standard story, really good for master mode, and good for alliance as well. So I mean, almost every facet of the game, Parfait is really useful, and also arena too. You can use Parfait in arena. So level up now, I would say, for Parfait. Fucking pastry, dude. Let's just. All right, guys. Let's talk a little bit about Poison Mushroom. Poison Mushroom, I'm gonna put in a B tier. We're actually gonna put Dark Account at the top of B tier as well here. But Poison Mushroom at the top in B tier because Poison Mushroom can be used for some story missions, can be used for alliance, and can be used against the dragon boss in guild battles. Helps a bit. I know he was on the top running team for as far as DPS output, but yeah, I think that Poison Mushroom should be in at least the B tier here because he can be used there. Now, Palm for PVE. I think I want to put Palm in the I think I'll put Palm in A tier, honestly. Damage buff is really huge for all the guild bosses, honestly. Palm helps a lot with most of the guild bosses. Palm also helps a lot in alliance mode and can be used in story mode as well, just because extra attack buff, and also the healing might not be as high, but the tick rate for the healing is so high that you just heal so fast compared to some of these other cookies. You heal really fast. PV is an S tier unit for story. PV helps a lot with shields. PV is just really good for story, honestly. I would put PV in an S tier here. PV is just a really good all-around support unit for story, and I think that you should level them up if you have them, because they'll help out a lot in story. Purple Yam! Alright, Purple Yam's going right up to S tier. Actually, we're going to add a new category in for him. Ooh! Alright, guys, Purple Yam is the best cookie in the game. I love him so much. Purple Yam can basically carry you to like floor like 70, 80 in a fucking tower. Solo carry. He's good for fucking Licorice boss. He's good for story in general at level 50. Keep in mind, asterisk sign level 50. You need a level 50 first. Candy first. And level 10 candy. But after you get that, dude, Purple Yam's absolutely busting. Best cookie in the game. I am fight me on it. I don't give a fuck. Alright, Raspberry as a boss absolutely slaps your shit. Raspberry as a cookie, absolutely fucking dog water. Don't fucking bother. Alright, now I'm going to throw Red Velvet down here at D tier, because Red Velvet can grab enemies from the back line and bring them to the front line, which is kind of useful, but not as useful as everything else on this list. So, therefore, we throw Red Velvet at the bottom of D tier. Alright, guys, so let's talk about Rye Cookie. Rye Cookie is good for story, I would say. As of right now, Rye Cookie is pretty good for story. Rye's Cookie is also good for Avatar boss. So, for that, we're going to throw Rye up in the A tier with Espresso and Palm. Alright, guys, so funny story. I think the hardest fall off of the century, guys, is probably Sea Fairy, right? Sea Fairy just fell off. Honestly, Sea Fairy is kind of fucking... Honestly, I'll put Sea Fairy in D tier. I don't think Sea Fairies don't bother with here. Sea Fairy is still alright. I think Espresso at level 50 is better than Sea Fairy. But yeah, Espresso for sure... I mean, Sea Fairy for sure is C tier now. yeah, just kind of mid, you know. So if you get Sea Fairy, I mean, you can use it, I guess, until you get Espresso level 50. But other than that, then Snow Sugar Cookie. Snow Sugar Cookie, we're going to throw in here at a B tier. Snow Sugar Cookie can be used on a summoner comp to melt down the Licorice Dragon, not the Licorice Gooby Globby monster. And Guild Boss also can be used on summoner teams in story. So not bad. Chopsor has changed my ways and thoughts on Snow Sugar Cookie, so that's why I'm putting him there. Sonic Cookie. Okay, Sorbet is decent for story. I'll put Sorbet in an A tier. Actually, Sorbet does help out against a lot of bosses and stuff, and is pretty viable in a lot of things. Definitely not the best at everything, but definitely viable for everything. Fucking Squidding, dude. Yeah, F tier. Honestly, don't even do that much DPS. Worse than Sea Fairy. Worse than Espresso. Don't even bother. Oh, I forgot to throw you down here. Throw you down there too. Strawberry Crepe is decent for story. We'll throw Strawberry Crepe at a C tier there. Tails. Yeah, let's just throw Tails here. Actually, you know what? Tails goes in F tier. I think Tails is better than Sonic in every way. As for a Tiger Lily Cookie, Tiger Lily Cookie is not really used too much. Let's throw Tiger Lily in the F tier. Twizzly Cookie. Twizzly can be viable. We'll throw Twizzly in the C tier here with Sea Fairy because they're just not that good anymore. Kind of cracked. Oh, you said thank you to what? Tails? Let's throw Tails back in F. Don't bother with. Never mind, guys. Sorry, we reversed our placement for Tails Cookie below Sonic Cookie. Anyways, back down to the bottom. Vampire Cookie is a level up now. Vampire Cookie is great in everything in the game at this time. Per fans' request, we will throw Sonic and Tails at F tier. At the bottom of F tier, actually. Let's move them here. Yep, there we go. Alright, Werewolf Cookie, don't even bother with. Wizard Cookie, don't bother with. Madeline Cookie is a easy D tier. Don't really use too much. Now, I will say, Pumpkin is fairly decent for story. I'm going to throw fucking Pumpkin in an S tier. Pumpkin helps out a lot in story. Cotton is a level up now. Cotton is a must level up. Cotton can be used in every facet of the game and really good to use. So I go ahead and throw that out there. Frost Queen for story. Pretty viable. I wouldn't say the best. I'll throw Frost Queen in an A tier because Frost Queen does not do shit in chapter 14. Chapter 14 and 13 because you can't freeze. So, yeah, both. Coco Cookie. I'm going to throw Coco at a B tier here. Coco can help with certain story missions, especially like a lot of stuns and stuff like that. Also in Master Mode 2, Coco did come in clutch for me. So we throw Coco at a B tier. A very situational unit, but nonetheless, block stuns, which is nice. Alright, guys, Eclair's a level up now. Eclair is good for literally everything in the game. Level up Eclair now. Fucking absolutely bussin'. For real, no cap. Fucking T-Knight, bro. T-Knight can be used. T-Knight's not really that good for story per se. So we'll also throw T-Knight into the B tier here because T-Knight can. I saw a T-Knight team in Guild Boss that can be used, so we'll throw him there. Dark Cacao is actually really good. Yeah, level up Dark Cacao. Dark Cacao is definitely an S tier for story mode. Affogato Cookie, I would say, is more of an A tier unit for story. Probably like at the bottom of the A tier. Decent enough. Caramel Arrow is also an A tier unit. Can be used in story. Pretty good. Fucking Cherry Blossom, dude, has really spread the wings here. I'm going to throw Cherry Blossom into the A category just because of how good Cherry Blossom is for guild bosses. Cherry Blossom really helps with guild bosses. Let's just go. Throw it in the A tier there. Wildberry, level up Wildberry now. Wildberry is absolutely bussin'. Clotted Cream, bro. Let's just throw Clotted Cream in the C tier here. Clotted Cream's not really good. Clotted Cream looks dope as fuck, and I love Clotted Cream's design. But goddamn is he ass. Alright, guys. On to this guy here. My boy, Crunchy Chip Cookie. I think Crunchy Chip Cookie is an S tier unit for sure. I think you should level up Crunchy if you have them. Oyster Cookie is also an S tier unit and provides crit rate and crit damage for your team. So yeah, really good. Finn, I think Finn's a level up now. Finn helps in almost every area of the game as well. Provides healing, shield, extra damage, and just don't die, you know? And finally, what do we have here? Unicorn Cream fucking Cookie. I'm going to throw Unicorn Cream Cookie into S tier as well. Unicorn Cream's a really good healer for story, and I think I can carry you through the most part of the story there. Alright, guys, though, that is my tier list for the PVE side of things. If you guys want to see like an overall tier list of like combined PVE and PvP tier list with everything in there, like every asset of the game combined, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, maybe subscribe if you want. But yeah, guys, come check us out on twitch.tv/YouTube. That's going to do it for today's video. Yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Later. Bye-bye. Bozo.